Everybody please stand up. Let us start our lesson with a prayer. Let us pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father,
who art in heaven, holy be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, God.
Good morning, Ma'am Connie. Jesus loves you as we do.
Who are absent today?
Yeah,
I see. Only one? So we have 3 absent? Okay, so how do you find today? How are you today? Fine. How are you? Everything is fine. So this time, we'll have our first lesson in the 4th quarter. So, but beforehand, let's have the motivation first. I have here an activity. Are you familiar with 4 pigs in 1 word?
Yes!
I will divide you into 2 groups. Again, this is the group 1 and this is the group 2. So this group will be divided into 2 groups. The other group, one group will go to group 1 and the other group will go to group 3. Okay? Go. So this is your activity. This one here. Go. I'll give you 1 minute to ask for what are you doing? Okay, done. Kindly face your outfit on the board. Go. Then you go back to your proper place. Okay, let us answer the activity. Group 1, what is your answer there?
Position.
You have?
Position.
Okay, very good. Let us give an Indonesia clap for group 1. Go. Okay, very good. Next, group 2. Measures. You have different measures, right?
Yes.
Okay, the unit of the instruments, the tools, the materials that you're going to use in measuring something. Okay? So you have measures. Very good. Again, Al Indonesia clap for group 2. Very good. So you have correct answers, group 1 and group 2. So this time I will give you 10 points each for that. Based on the activity that we have measures and position. What do you think is our lesson for today? Anybody? Measures of position. Very good. So, measures of position. There are many ways to tell the position of that certain data. You have decile, quartile, and percentile. But this time, we will focus our attention on the quartile. Quartile for ungrouped data. And these are our objectives today. Okay, read instead.
So our objective for today's discussion will be first the knowledge. It comprises to illustrate the quartiles for ungrouped data. Second will be the skill. Calculate the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile of a set of a data. Then the last one would be the attitude. appreciate the values of patience and perseverance in developing the skill.
Okay, very good, Itzel. Thank you, Itzel. So these are our objectives. These are the things that we are going to attain today's lesson. Okay, so to attain these objectives, I'll give you another group activity. So you have there the group activity. I'll give you a slip of paper. Then you try to read group 1, group 2, group 3. Okay, group 1, group 2, group 3. Sige. Sige, you group together now. The instructions are written on the sheet of paper that I provided you. Okay, move. Okay. You form a round circle. You form a circle. You form a circle. 2 minutes, only 2 minutes. Faster.
Or 25%. So,
I'll
come
give
up
you 2
with this
minutes. Everybody should work.
so they not to start. So 3.5, then we will round it up. So 3 is not our final answer, but this is the position of the lower quartile. So we will count from the least value in the set. So 1, 2, 3. So our lower quartile is 4. And the mid quartile is
Guys, what are you doing? You face to your group.
So we have 6 and 7. Then since nagbuhat siya, we need to find its median or yung average. So we have 6.5. So 6.5 is
14,
on
10, 12,
the upper
9,
quartile, we
17,
have 8, 4, 75%. Then so then something with the
That's the lower quartile.
5 or round
And upper quartile.
So we need to count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our upper quartile is
Okay. Okay, you finished all your outcomes. Then let's get ready for the presentation of your presentation. I will give you credits or grades or points based on the rubric that we have there. So you have explanation, solution, correctness, eye contact, and volume. You have indicators, needs improvement. 1 point, developing, 2 points, satisfactory, 3 points, and exemplary, you have only 4 points. So the total of how many points? 20 points. Okay. You have 3 criteria with 4 indicators. So 4 is the highest, 4 times 5, then you have 20 points. Total, the highest possible score or points is 20 points. Okay. Are you ready, group 1? Okay, group 1. Where's group 1? Okay, go. So you present first the situation. This is the mechanics, no? You present first the situation, then you whatever the instructions that you ahead, that's the time that we are going to present, that you are going to perform based on the instructions that I wrote in the sheet of paper. Go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, this is our awaited time of our Tawag na Tablon 2020. So before we start, let us welcome our judges first. First is our Miss Ecobag 2016, Palapa Orlin J. Let's go. Second is our Miss Recitable 2017, Miss Sheila Dawn Tarok. And last but not least, our lovely from other country, Miss Hangin ng Kalikasan 2019, Angel Tagaya. And without any further ado, let's start. Let's welcome our first contestant, Miss Maisel Ayo. Let's go ahead. I was afraid this time would come. I wasn't prepared to face this kind of burden from within. I have learned to live my life. Thank you very much, Next, our next contestant is our next contestant. Miss April K. Barreto. In another life, I would be a girl with people around. Oh my God, that's so much! For our contestants, and let's welcome Miss Abiganda for our judges scores. One, two, three, go! Thank you, Miss Abiganda, and let's welcome two of our guests to explain this judges scores. Yes, let's welcome Miss Jaya and Miss Mirelle. So good morning, everyone. Here are the scores of the judges from the two contestants. The scores are 8, 2, 5, 4, 8, 5, 7, 1, 3, 6, and 9. So for us to find the quartile of each course, let's arrange it from in ascending order. And take note that ascending order is arranged from least to greatest. So here are the scores now. 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the underlying numbers are the quartile for the set. So our quartile 1 is the P. Our quartile 3 is the 8, and then our middle quartile, or quartile 2, is the 5. So middle quartile is also known or also called median. So related lang middle quartile of median. So how did we obtain the quartiles by observing the position? So here is Miss Meryl to explain it. So the first quartile, which is score 3, is obtained by observing its position 3, in which it is in the middle of the numbers 1 and 5. While the quartile number 2 is, and the second quartile 5 is obtained by observing the position of 5, in which it is in the middle of the numbers 1 and 9. So this is the quartile 2, or the second quartile. While the third quartile, which is 8, is obtained by observing the position of 8, in which it is in the middle of the numbers from 6 to 9. So this is the quartile 3.
Okay.
That's all.
So, situation 1, we have to obtain the first quartile, the middle quartile, and the third quartile. You observe what the first presenter did is you observe the position of the numbers. Okay? Like first quartile, they observe the position of 3, which is 3 there is between 1 and 5. And then for the middle term or the middle quartile and mean, they observe the position of 5, which is between 1 to 9. And then quartile 3, position of 8, which is between 6 and 9. So in other words, to determine the first, second, and the third quartile, we observe the position of that certain number in which that number is in between. Okay? So in other words, they divide into how many parts? 4 equal parts. Okay? So next, Pastor, second group. 5 minutes. We only have 5 minutes. More. 2 minutes. Can you do it? 2 minutes? Okay, 2 minutes only. Go, Pastor.
Good morning, class. So, to start with, yesterday I sent Maria to report about quartile. So, Maria, can you start? Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm here to report about quartiles, and the problem that I have here is that the owner of the coffee shop recorded the number of customers who come into his cafe each hour in a day. So the results were 14, 10, 12, 9, 17, 5, 8, 9, 14, 10, and 11. So our problem here is find the lower quartile and upper quartile of the data. So this is my solution. First, the data that is recorded is I ordered it in an ascending one. So from least to greatest. So we have here 5, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 14, 14, 17. So the least value in the data is 5, then the greatest value in the data is 17, and the middle value in the data is 10. So in order to find the lower quartile, you must look between the middle value and the least value in the data. So we have here 5 is the least value and the middle value is 10. So we can see here that the lower quartile is 9. Then to find the upper quartile, you must look between the middle value in the data and the greatest value in the data. So our upper quartile is 14 because we can see it that 14 is in the middle of 10 and 17. So that is how you find the upper quartile and the lower quartile of the data.
Okay. So same with number 1. Still, they look into the position of the number. Okay. Next.
Okay, so good morning, class. So this is our first meeting for the fourth quarter. So before we tackle the next lesson, we need to answer the pre-assessment that was there in your chair. So you can answer that one within 5 minutes. You may start. So after a few minutes, so I got the score of grade 10 Einstein in their pre-assessment or seat work test. So kindly show them the score that you gave. So as we can see, the scores that was gained by the grade 10 Einstein is not arranged into ascending order. And based on our research, before we can determine the quartiles, is we need to arrange them into ascending order. So as what group 1 and group 2 said kanina, we need to arrange that one from least value up to the greatest value. So we have, if we arrange that one into ascending order, we have 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 9. So by this step that we arrange that one into ascending order, now we can determine the upper, the lower, and the middle quartile. So now you may take your seat, then I will further discuss the solution. So here we have the set that was the result of the seat work gained by the grade 10 Einstein. So our situation needs to find the lower, the mid, and the upper quartile. So, in our lesson, or in our research, we found out that the lower quartile is composed of 25%. Then the mid quartile we have 50%, and the upper quartile we have 75%. So if you will go to equate that one into fraction, 25 we have 1/4, then 1/2 then 50% we have 1/2, and for the 75% we have 3/4. So by this we can easily determine the upper, the mid, and the lower quartile. So first we should have to look for the mid quartile. This is the median of the whole set. So by this we have the median 6 and 7. So we need to add this one. So 6 plus 7 divided by 2 is 6.5. So it means bungkig siya. So naa siya duha ka median. Next, for the upper quartile, so we have this formula. Q1 is equal to 1/4 times x plus 1 is equal to 1/4 times 10 plus 1, which is 11, multiplied by 1 divided by 4 is 2.75. Or we need to round it up, so we come up with 3. So 3 is not our final answer. So 3 is the position of of the score, which is the lower quartile. So we have 3, we need to count from the least value. So 1, 2, 3. So our lower quartile is 4. Next, for the upper quartile, same formula but different form of fraction. We have 3/4 times n plus 1. Then we come up with 10 plus 1 times 3 is 11 times 3, 33 divided by 4, 8.25. Or if we round it down, we come up with 8. So 8 is not our final answer, it is the position of the score. So we need to count from least up to great, count from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our upper quartile is 8. So that's how we come up in getting the lower, the mid, and the upper quartile. Thank you so much.
So, based on my observation, we have two groups who determine the first, second quartile, and the third quartile by looking the position, observing the position of the score, the given data, right? And then the other group using what? The formula to find the first quartile, the second quartile, and the third quartile. So all of your answers are correct. All of your ways or methods used in determining the first, the middle, and the upper quartile are all correct. So I would like to congratulate all of you for having a job well done. Okay, so to sum it up, okay, let's have the abstraction. When you say quartile, it's a quart. From the word quart, meaning 1/4. Okay? It's divided into 4 equal quarts. The quartiles are the scores. Or score points, which divide the distribution on how many quarts? 4 equal quarts. Okay, quartile 1, 2, 3. When we say quartile 1, it is equal to the 25% of the data. Okay. Then the quartile 2 is 50% of the data. Then the quartile 3 is 75%. When we say Q1, it is represented with, okay. It's the representation of the lower quartile, the first quartile. The quartile 2 is our median. Quartile 3 is our upper quartile or the Q3. Okay. So this is the formula in finding the quartile 1. Any question? No. How about the middle quartile or the median? Any question? None. Okay. This was discussed to you or to us by group of itself, the group 3. So any question, any interaction, any reaction of what the discussion of Excel, what Excel discussed a while ago? Any question? Wala. Okay. So in other words, it's of the definition when we say quartile, the score points which divide the distribution into four equal parts. 25% of the distribution fall below the first quartile, 50% fall below the second quartile, the 75% fall below the third quartile. Okay, meaning to say that if this is, let's have this one, this is the set of data, or scores, I mean, set of scores. So we will divide this into how many parts? Four equal parts. Okay, this one. So